Okay. Is she gonna jump at me every time I... okay. Okay. Wait. Please don't jump out at me. Please don't jump out at me. Please don't jump out! Okay, phew. Thank God. Okay. Hello, everybody. I can't trust this game. If you remember the last episode, the moment I clicked, oh, new game. Just, the ghost already got to me. It's stupid. But anyway, nonetheless, hi, ScotsMaiar here, and I'm here to play more of The Letter, as requested by the humble, if you can even call it that, Dr. Kneale. Now, during the last episode, Kneale was intending to warn me before playing the game. It was a bit too late since I already recorded my first bit of playthrough. So now, as these two girls awkwardly stare at me, I'm just going to read out Kneale's message right now. Dearest Callum, it just hit my memory that while the letter has a truly great story to it, it is also very scary. I've experienced that. Be careful with your choices. Each choice you make could lead to death or fates much worse than that. Whew. But, being said, the goal isn't necessarily keeping everyone alive. The creators themselves said that you don't have to be afraid to get a few characters killed. With that being said, Zach, who I've found out is the photographer in the green hoodie, is my favorite character. We all look the photographers. Please don't make me watch him die. I'll try my best, Kneale. I'll if I see Zach, I'll try my best not to kill him. But don't judge a book by its cover. I'll just have to wait and see. Anyway. Very happy this show is on the Saloontics channel, and hope you don't get too scared even though it's funny as heck. With love, Dr. Kneale. P.S. Sometimes the written word is less important than the goings-on around you. Does that mean there's going to be, like, quick-time events I'm too busy reading?
Or the Ermengarde mansion.
Oh, whoops.
Why?
I accidentally skipped a bit of dialogue, but anyway, here we go.
Ow, my head.
Give it a rest, darling.
And the date today?
October 21st? Rose.
Last one. Can you count to 15 in reverse order?
15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
15, 14, 13, 12, no, that's wrong.
12 teen.
Why are we doing this?
To see if you can count, Isabella.
She's just checking if your injury is in any way serious.
Indeed. This time I curiously regard the woman standing beside Rose. She's an agent, right? It's impossible to overlook her. With the way she towers over us. Wow, she must be quite a tall girl. Maybe she's even my height. I'm 6'5", so she might be quite tall. Here I thought Rose was already tall. You have two towering girls. Hashtag feminism. Who is she anyway? One of the remaining cleaning crews? Looks like it. Very formal jacket. And formal scarf. But with how primarily dressed she is, I don't think anyone would want to clean in a suit, an expensive suit at that. The gloves alone must already cost a fortune. She's either an estate agent or some kind of detective. Her eyes slowly shift between me and Rose, considering us with an almost unreadable expression, before finally fixing a sharp gaze on me. I can't help but fold my arms protectively over myself as she does. Go on. She may be far from a cleaning crew, but she certainly looks like our supervisor during evaluation.
Just do it, please.
I am folding my arms. Oh wait, you want me to count doctors? I eye them both warily, but recite everything as she asked. God willing, let's do this. Rose releases a breath of relief once I'm done.
You scared me for a moment there. I was about to call for an ambulance.
Well, it's as they say, an apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. I had a busy day at college, but I'm playing this game now. Exasperation soon replaces the dull ache. The memory's a little fuzzy, but... The attic. And...
There was someone, Rose. In the attic.
And it was not a Rose.
Someone? You mean a client? Oh, that's unlikely. It's probably just one of the cleaning crews.
By cleaning crew, we mean a ghost that scares everyone away so they don't cause a mess.
The boss sent a few of them back this morning for some last minute...
No, not any of those. They're, I'm not actually sure. Wait, didn't I call you? You said you were in the attic when you answered. That's why I went there in the first place.
She probably said something else like, "Don't go up the attic, you lunatic," or something. Both Rose and the lady look at me like I've just grown another head. Oh, hi, twin brother. Hello, how are you? Fine, thanks. How does it feel like to be an abomination? Oh, just fine, thanks. Good to be different, yeah. Did I say something weird? Yes, I did. I just said something weird a moment ago. Sorry, apple. Rose quickly casts an apologetic smile against theology at the woman before the awkward silence stretches on further. It's her saleswoman smile, the same one she taught me back when I was still her trainee. I should show this to troublesome clients, or just to avoid trouble in general, she advised. It's also the same one she gives me when I'm done something particularly absurd that may cause us to both lose a potential sale. You do realize that the mere fact that, there's a ghost haunting this mansion, you should not be having this sale in the first place, ladies! Her eyes are serious when she turns back to me. She takes both of my shoulders, gently squeezes it, and with as much patience she can muster...
As much as I'd love to have gotten at least a heads up of your arrival, I didn't really get a call from you. Signal here is absolutely horrendous.
That's what I was saying.
I was in the garden earlier and couldn't even make a single call.
That's what I was saying. The internet. There's no internet here. No Wi-Fi. So, you young punks with your iPads and go out for some fresh air. You're not going to find any Wi-Fi here. Go do productive things.
Isabella, I'm going to ask again. Are you really all right? What happened?
I saw a ghost.
I don't know. It's all a bit blurry.
Tell the truth, Isabella. You saw a ghost.
I remember I was looking for you, but you weren't in the attic. And there's... whoever it is. Then I must have tripped on a rug or something on the way down.
Oh, yes, you did.
Oh no. Do you think someone came in while you were out? You left the main door open. We are so going to get into big trouble if something gets stolen, Rose.
Perhaps it is a concussion.
Are you sure you feel fine? We could still call for an ambulance. I could cover for you.
No, I'm fine. I'm okay, Rose. I can work.
Wait. Hold your horses, Rose. I can't just miss an important sale because of a minor bump in the head. An extremely minor bump. I've had worse when I was a kid. This is nothing. To be chased by a ghost, injuring breaking my back, as if Bane broke her head down the stairs. That's nothing. I've survived a tsunami or something as a kid or something.
Besides, if I leave, you'll have to shoulder everything in the open house, alone. And in a mansion this big?
I don't know, it's not easy to just shoulder rub everything. Am I right, Wall? Am I right, chair? Am I right, chair? Am I right? Is this quite relaxing? You can go and bless the chair. Am I right? Well, there's also the part where I may lose that bonus Burke.
This is Burke. We have dragons here. Promised, but that's completely beside the point.
I'm going to imitate Hiccup now. Last episode it was Christopher Walken. Now I'm doing Hiccup.
Rose gives me a skeptical look when I return the cold compress to her and push myself off the floor. I have to use the staircase's railings to steady myself, but otherwise, I feel fine.
See? I'm A-okay.
Yeah, the two of them exchange a worried glance, and Rose assumes a contemplative look. A bit bitten by lower lip in anticipation, as if she says, no.
All right, you in?
Yes! All right. You hear that, buddy? We're gonna sell this mansion. We're gonna be king of the Vikings. A smile threatens to slip out from me.
If I see that you aren't feeling well, I'm taking you personally to the nearest clinic to have you checked. Clear?
Yeah, sure, of course, Astrid. I mean, Rose.
Clear as day, ma'am. Thanks, Rose.
Yeah.
You insisted. But remember what I said. First sign of you looking not okay, and we're off. No questions asked.
Yeah, I'm sorry, lady. I don't think this is gonna be very okay to begin with.
It's just a small bump. Don't worry.
Just but a flesh wound.
You shouldn't downplay these kinds of things. It could be a serious injury for all we know.
How about worse? You liar! Come on, you pansy!
Suddenly, small cough sounds against the walls of the foyer, interrupting our banter. Yeah. The woman is looking expectantly at the two of us. Her stare makes me shrink back a little on myself. She isn't really intimidating. Nowhere near as intimidating as my dad. God rest his soul. Well, she is, but not in a scary, negative way. Far from it. Actually, her demeanor simply commands an air of sophistication and respect. Now I'm Tim Curry now. Should I do Tim Curry breakup? In a different world, a younger me would have probably wished to be like her. Well, honestly, Astrid would have been more to my liking, but you fit the bill. What's a bill? After our lack of response, she coughs again, lifting a well-trimmed eyebrow at me in question. Words get caught in my throat.
Throat. That throat. Team! We've had a misspelling over here! Come out, investigate! Investigate! Hold on. Where's the investigating team? Investigating team! Tintin! Take a look at this. Great snakes! Indeed, Tintin. Indeed. This needs thinking. A lot of thinking. How could they misspell it? They've misspelled throat. Team, fix it right now, please. Thank you. At the sight of it, and Rose, as usual, swift to catch my blunder.
My sincerest apologies, Mrs.
Astrid?
Miss McCollough. Marianne McCollough.
McCollough. Oh, brilliant. We got a Scottish name here. McCollough. Yes. Freedom. Woohoo. Scottish representation. She must have Scottish ancestry or something. Miss McCollough. Yes. Marianne McCollough. Traily Rose Delight. Interior designer. McCollough. @email.com. Can you actually contact her like that? That would be so cool if you could. The words interior design catch my eyes because interior designer. More like a cold case detective interior designer. Oh, probably someone interested in the mansion for its 17th century influences and supernatural spookiness. I won't hold it against her, though. Despite the hearsays and remaining uninhabited for years, the mansion's original fittings and furniture have been kept completely intact and restored to pristine condition. I suppose some people find that trip to the past feeling appealing. That feeling is known as nostalgia, my friend. After all, with what it offers, this place could have also be a haven for people looking to live somewhere with a classic historical charm. Yeah.
Miss McCollough, I'm Rose Cooper, and this is my partner, Isabella Santos. We're just ironing out a few things, but we'll be starting the tour soon enough.
No, Rose. It's not Miss McCollough. It's Miss McCollough.
In the meantime, we've prepared some refreshments for you in the parlor while you're waiting. If you could please.
Thanks. There's no need for it, though. I just dropped by for a quick survey of the place.
Wait a minute. She's not American. Oh my gosh, is she Irish? Is she Scot? Oh my gosh! I thought I heard some Irish. Is she actually Irish?
I thought I should check the estate before I meet with the homeowners.
She's Irish! Celtic! Rose's confusion is impossible to miss when she glances at me, and I return to it with an equally perplexed look. And against my better judgment, I blurt out the first question that comes to mind. Are you Scottish or Irish?
I'm sorry. Homeowners?
That was not the question I had in mind, but oh well. I should have kept my mouth shut. A flash of irritation crosses her face, but it instantly disappears under a mask of professional detachment.
Yes,
Hannah Wright? She hired me to handle the interior design for their new home.
Is she Irish or is she Scottish?
This is the Ermengarde mansion, right?
She's definitely a Celtic lady. Whoa, whoa, a Celtic lassie!
It is, but
She pauses, possibly trying to find the right words to fix the awkward situation without offending someone. We'll check with our supervisor. These few moments will have given me enough time to clear my head of any nervousness or confusion climbing it. Be reasonable, yeah.
It is, ma'am, but we weren't aware the mansion has already been sold.
What do you mean?
I almost flinch when she turns her gaze on me, but I stand my ground. Besides, it isn't like I have dealt with awkward situations like this before. I may screw up at times, but that doesn't mean I haven't learned a thing or two in the 5 years I've worked in the business.
The mansion is indeed for sale, ma'am. Today's the open house, in fact. However, we haven't heard anything from the higher-ups that a deal has already been closed for this particular property. If you'd like, my co-agent and me can check with them right now.
She nods, seemingly in deep thought after I've finished. She appears to be a reasonable person anyway. Indeed, with a person of her intellect, she could be anything but an interior designer. Oh yes, perhaps she could be, and I will say it in song. If she was not in the design industry, a window cleaner she would be. If she was not in the design industry, a window cleaner she. With a rubber-dub-dub and a scrubber-dub-dub, she'd scrubber-dub all day long. With a scrubber-dub-dub and a rubber-dub-dub, she'd sing this merry song. Anyway.
I thought something looked odd. Excuse me, I need to call my secretary.
That is a Monty Python reference I just had. Did there, anybody? It's when Inspector Dim steps into a court. You need to look at the episode itself.
Thank you for your assistance, Miss Santos.
With a slight wave of her hand, she leaves us. Bye, Miss McCollough. Looking forward to talking about your family tree. Find out if you're Scottish or Irish. That seems to be the end of it. But not for long! Anyway. Both Rose and I breathe a sigh of relief. Disaster averted. I also don't miss the thumbs up she gives me for doing a good job, and I can't help but swell with pride. Still, I've already prepared myself to dial the number out for our Luxburn office and check even if she didn't ask for it. I'll be very frustrated if, for some reason, something has already been decided without my or Rose's knowledge. That's a whole new level of unfair. We've been working hard on this. Oh, there she is. Moments later, Miss McCollough returns, looking a little frustrated, but with an apology clears in her face. I feel a little sorry for her, having to go through all this trouble.
There seems to have been a little misunderstanding with my client. If you'll allow it, I'd like to stay and wait for them here.
By all means.
I was informed they'll be dropping by for the open house today. I figured it'd be a waste to just leave after that long drive. I might as well meet him here.
Quite right.
certainly. You could stay at the parlor in the meantime, ma'am. I'm sure it won't be long before our guests arrive.
Yeah, maybe we'll read some C.S. Lewis or something. Maybe read, I don't know, the Miracles book, perhaps.
And, Isabella? I left a few documents in my car. You know where I keep those.
Okay. I don't, but she does.
Can you please get it for me?
By all means. Rose takes a glance at her wristwatch before tossing me a set of keys.
And hurry! We've still got a few minutes to double-check those papers.
Okay.
Okay, got it.
Alright, the two of them disappear behind the parlor's door. Their departure brings it a stillness to me company, neither welcoming nor comforting. Alone like this, it's impossible not to think of what really happened. Are we gonna go outside to see the car now? I wish the memory isn't as elusive as it normally is. Then again, Rose already said she didn't receive any call from me. Was it just paranoia? A temporary lapse after having heard all those tales about this place? Some pervert hacker trying to trick me into getting the attic, rather? Probably. I want to think of it as such. Better to think of it as such so I can work in peace. Okay, let's be honest here. It's either some pervert hacker who's working with the ghost, or, the ghost interfered with the phone calls and is caught up with modern technology. Except a small part of my mind begs to differ. And if I'm going to be completely honest with myself, I want nothing more than to leave this place as soon as possible. Then do it! I don't know what's in this house, and I don't want to know. Then leave! The keys Rose have handed me, digging about its jagged edges, great shallow ridges of its skin. Just shut up and leave! It's a reminder of what I need to do, and what I have to do. Shut up and leave! Packing my blazer, guys, shut up and leave! Leave! Shut up! Shut up! No! 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 Who is that? Don't play that piano music on me! Come on, we're playing it! A flock of people? You mean a flock of birds? Already gathered in the mansion's front yard by the time we officially opened. Who is this? Who the frick is this? Okay. Marianne, she's a new one. Okay. I'm not sure whether I should feel baffled or underdressed, standing in their presence. Men and women of wealth and status, all dressed in the nine of fancy suits and fluffy dresses of varying colors, compose the medium-sized crowd. Their necks, arms, fingers are adorned with silver and gold glinting in the afternoon sun. Some even have ridiculously fancy feathered hats on their heads. I really hope there aren't any magpies living nearby like in the stories. Those birds will have a field day on this. Too late, I think those might be the magpies right now. They are murmuring among themselves, looking at the estate's facade, appraisingly, with some arguing about whose mansion has the superior architecture. Oh, hi, Rose. I don't look too pleased about ordering around. What can they do about it?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rose Cooper, and this is my partner, Isabella Santos.
Hi!
We'll be taking a tour of the mansion in 2 groups. Please make sure you filled up our sign-in forms before joining a specific group.
Enjoy the horror ride!
Those who want to look around the first floor, please follow my partner. I'll be guiding the ones who wish to see the ground floor.
I'll show you the attic where the ghost lives.
Hearing this, a few wonder to me. They are mostly old ladies who seem daunted at the idea of climbing all those stairs. Aha! It's a rich couple. Miss McCollough also joins our group. But what really catches my eye is the elegantly dressed pair she approaches. A grown-up Gideon from Gravity Falls. And someone with a rather nice diamond necklace. Did you get that from Rose from Titanic?
It's so nice to finally meet you! When Chief Inspector Lee mentioned that a famous interior designer is in town, I knew I had to get you!
Your confidence in my skills is very flattering, Mom.
I'm sure you won't disappoint, Marianne.
Oh, you know each other?
Are we on a boat? The way they're moving. Almost as if they were on a ship or something.
Not at all, Ma'am.
You mentioned something about a Marianne on our way here, darling?
Oh, yes, I think I did.
You think? Ah, they must be the clients she was talking about. Ah, so those are the twats who are buying the mansion. I might have seen their faces somewhere before. Some magazine or television, I can't remember. Rich people usually take up the spotlight. But then again, most of our guests have likely ended up on the news. One way or another, and won't be surprised if these two have already have. For people who are popular enough, though, they aren't dressed as loudly as the others, and in their simplicity, the couple stands out. The woman in particular is stunned enough to turn the heads of the most people in my group, especially the men with wondering eyes. Eyes away from the cleavage, gentlemen. The guy standing beside her doesn't seem to mind, though. And I'm going to be a bit bolder with my assumptions. I'd say he's basking in the attention. Both of them, in fact. As rich people do. I'd think they're brother and sister if it wasn't for their public display of affection. Hello. The matching rings on their finger just cement the fact that they are indeed a couple. My only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. Whatever. Couple or not, what's important is that we get this deal closed before the current owners can even think of cancelling the listing. I just hope one of my people in my group, or Rose's group, is brave and generous enough to buy this mansion. You know, this hellhole that this ghost is, haunting. No problem. No flipping problem. And so, with paper in hand, I lead the way. God help us. When they aren't whispering among themselves, or going, ooh and ah, or one thing or another, they ask questions. And how the restoration process went, the history of the place, I answer them all. More than happy to talk about the art pieces and architecture, mostly. However, I'm careful not to mention anything about the urban legend. Okay. You need to bring this up. I know you're making a sale, but why make a sale on a house or a mansion that's rumored to be haunted? You know, if I were to say, oh, I don't know, I heard there's some haunted airport or a house in New Zealand or something. Hey, come by this house. A mass murderer was here. No, I wouldn't want to buy that. That's like saying, hey, let's go make a fun fair out of the Auschwitz camp. That's just no. Not a good material for sales talk, indeed. Even if the entire population of Luxburn knows about it. But that's what I'm saying!
Some of the furnishings here are actually the 17th century originals, all of which have undergone a painstaking restoration process just to return its original beauty. Even the glass thing. Colorful ones. Oh, I don't know, but you get the idea, I hope.
Stained glass windows, lovely lady. Is that your name?
Especially that one, ma'am. It is said to be a gift commissioned by the fiancée of Lady Charlotte Ermengarde. The mansion's current owners have specifically requested that the restoration crew take great care in handling it. It's a priceless work of art and the most distinctive feature of the mansion.
Art is how we express our soul. It's beautiful. By the time I've stopped talking, her attention is already elsewhere.
Isn't this place wonderful, darling? I told you it's not a total waste of your time.
I don't know. Isn't it a bit too small? We might have to break a wall down to have more room.
Well, I think it is just right. Don't you think so, Marianne?
It is splendid, Mom.
So her name is Marianne McCollough.
But isn't it a little too early to make plans when no deal has been signed yet?
Indeed.
Never mind that. It isn't going to be a problem. We've got a wonderful legal team to handle everything.
After all, anything can be bought and sold for right oil.
Start taking notes, though. I think I've got a few things I want changed before we move in.
Like getting an exorcist? The rest of the conversation gets lost in the chatter of our companions, including the one and only Marianne McCollough. Love that name. I don't want to miss any assumptions yet, but their sheer interest is enough to give me some semblance of hope. Oh, please, 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 let these guys be the one. Eventually, our group reaches the kitchen. Nice. Much like the rest of the house, a great deal of effort has been put in retaining the room's classical appeal. I should probably save the game. Yeah, save it there. The open hearth at the end of the room in particular looks amazing, like the ones I've only seen in fairy tale books. And mad props to the cleaning crew. Shout out to the cleaning crew. You did a good job. With a scrub-a-dub-dub and a rub-a-dub-dub, you'd scrub-a-dub all day long. With a rub-a-dub-dub and a scrub-a-dub-dub, you'd sing this mini song. Seriously, after overhearing hundreds of their complaints about the soot, the tar staining, the bricks, and how much of a pain in the arse cleaning this is, they've still managed to pull this off. It must have been a really expensive cleaning team. Oh, make it look presentable, at least.
The highlight of the room, however, is what's underneath this hatch here.
Yes, what's in the hatch?
Oh, don't say anything yet! An underground wine cellar.
You and I are both thinking something sinister. This is the first time the guy in grey speaks up. Mr. Luke Wright? Are you related to some guy I've heard of who works in court by the name of Phoenix or something? He supplies from the forms I signed earlier. His sudden attentiveness catches me off guard. Since the start of the tour, only his wife has shown any form of genuine interest in the first place. But this time, something lights up in his eyes at the moment, a mere mention of the Undercroft. Some treasure, perhaps? Okay. What's so interesting about a basement? I don't really understand rich people sometimes.
No, it's just a matter of opinion. We're going to tear off the wine and hold all sorts of party accessories to trade around the globe. And then we'll be rich. Like, stupid rich.
Anyway. Right now, he's just giving me the impression of a child who has seen what he absolutely wants for Christmas. Yes. I've always found it cute whenever I see children act that way. My younger siblings especially. Yeah, that really is just a magical time. On a grown man, however, it's almost funny.
Yes, sir. It could house around 7,000 to 11,000 bottles of wine.
Over 11,000? So over 9,000!
Truly. And the room, how was it built?
What, 9,000? But that can't be right.
The bricks that were used to build the cellar had been carefully picked for the purpose of maintaining and preserving a constant temperature and humidity in the room. It's a good place to keep your private collection in if you have one, sir.
It keeps the corks in good condition.
Oh, love. Didn't you say before that you wanted to make your own personal vineyard? Perhaps you could start one here.
Ma'am, right.
You know we're going to need space for that, darling.
Right. And this isn't big enough? Big enough, big enough.
If it's space you're worried about, sir, the Ermengarde mansion sits on a 46-acre lot. There's plenty of room for it. We were told that the original owners had a horse stable built here before, too.
There's a contemplative expression on Mr. Wright's face. He has a history with horses. But he doesn't say anything further. His wife, however, seems really pleased that he has started to show interest. If only a little. Oh, come on, Mr. Wright. Why the long face for horses? Anyway, I smile to myself. I may not completely understand how these people's minds work. I sure as heck know how to spot a buyer with sincere interest. Score! Ding, 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 ding! I can't wait to tell Rose. Is she getting drawn by Jack at the moment? The rest of the tour goes by without a hitch. After more than half an hour, we're able to cover almost every room in the ground floor, and are headed to the parlor. Oh, so you already did the tour? Okay, you've shown the kids for a reason, because the hat's on the floor! Funny, the first time Burke
As I survey the property, I kept complaining to Rose how big it is. Now I can't even bring myself to care, no matter how much my feet hurt. Maybe this is just my excitement over a possible sale.
No! 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 No, no, no! No! I'm saving! No! No! No, 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 no. I don't want to do this! I don't want to do this! I'm hearing whispers! I'm hiding! I'm hiding! It starts to focus on the skin. I'm feeling it being watched intensely. Oh no! God help us! I don't like this! Whispers in my ear. Shadows dancing. Dance, shadows, dance. That's a Netflix quote from Sonic 06. Looking in the corner of my vision. I'm scared! Dark silhouettes are gone, but I don't like this! Piss off! A chill settles down my spine, making me feel sick. I start to break out in a cold sweat. Oh no. 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 No! I need to sit down for a moment. The old ladies in the group have been requesting for a break, and I don't want a break! I want to go! Look at this.
Excuse me? Everyone? We will be taking a 15-minute rest here before we visit the first floor.
You're getting out that room!
In the meantime, please help yourselves to the refreshments and snacks we've prepared.
Show them the letter.
If anyone has any questions, feel free to approach me. I'd be happy to help you.
Why are you still here? I'll let them sit while I retreat to a quiet corner to recover. It's not what you think. No! Don't think about it. Don't think about it! It's not what you think it is! I probably just got back as cold. My friend, since when do colds result in ominous voices whispering in your ears? I've had plenty of colds in my lifetime, and I don't recall a single one of them which involves creepy voices whispering, I'm gonna go out and get you. Stuffed noses, coughs, hefty chest, severe head, dizziness. That's a guarantee. Ominous voices? Anyway, I'm hiding. I'm left alone for a good while. The same words spilling out my lips in a silent prayer. Yeah, pray! You pray, girl! You better pray! The ghost is coming! And the prayer made her go away last time! Fuck!
Hello, you there?
Oh, okay. Hi.
Yes, ma'am?
Oh, look at you! Having to show a group around a mansion this big must be exhausting.
Especially when it's haunted!
Not a problem, ma'am. I'm just doing my job.
Till death to us flipping part!
What a hard worker! Anyway, Isabel, right?
Yes! That's my name in life!
Isabella, actually. But yes, what can I help you with, ma'am, right? Please, just Hannah. Call me Hannah.
Nice to meet you, Hannah, right?
I just wanted to ask, how soon are we able to move in?
I don't know, just freaking soon as possible! Anyway. My brain completely stops. The sick feeling plaguing me is suddenly gone, replaced by utter bewilderment. Is this a joke? You're laughing at me? She looks at me expectantly as I struggle to come up with an answer.
Wait, ma'am, you see... But we haven't even negotiated a price yet, ma'am. We haven't even finished touring the rest of the mansion.
We haven't even, dealt with the ghost yet.
A sale would be great and all, but...
She stops me from speaking any further and puts a hand on my shoulder. For a moment, with a tight smile, she looks as if she tasted a particularly sour lemon.
Oh, please, sweetie, don't insult me. Money is not a problem.
Especially when you can get the right oil. I've already made that joke.
And, just between you and me, this place is better off with us than with some old lady who'll probably just fill it up with cats.
I don't know. I prefer cats over a ghost. I don't mind old ladies with cats taking up mansions. I don't often see that.
I personally don't think there's anything wrong with having cats here,
That's
ma'am,
what I just
Hannah.
said.
I'm sure there's more than enough space here if you want pets.
Yeah, we could get, I don't know, a brontosaurus, an elephant, a hamster, a dragon, a behemoth, or we could get dogs, we could get doves, you know, you name it, we can have it. Perhaps I'm still not feeling well. Really, what's wrong with cats? I love cats. I'm a cat person. God bless cats. I love cats. More importantly, why is she talking about moving in already? Because she's rich.
Well, I'm more of a dog person.
Okay.
But you see, this is going to be a gift to my darling. It's going to be our anniversary soon.
Aww. Okay. You gonna get a dog? To run about in the gardens? I'd recommend spending more time outside with the dog and in here.
And it would be so wonderful if you can secure its purchase for us.
By all means.
Why, I can even offer something extra if you help us out with the paperwork.
Okay.
We actually have a process for this, ma'am. I don't really think that would be necessary or appropriate.
And just what are you two lovely ladies talking about here? Leaving me and our lovely interior designer to talk here by ourselves. What would the people think, darling?
Oh, it's just small talk, love. I was asking if she could help me with the paperwork.
She was just basically telling me about, what was it again? Oh yeah, just basically buying the mansion, that's all. I try not to wince when her nails dig into my shoulder. What the fridge is going on? I can't help but send an imploring look at Miss McCollough, who only gives me an apologetic smile and a shrug.
Yeah, I can give you a fact sheet and a form to fill out.
She wastes no time in taking the papers from my hand and shuffles through the bunch. Oh man, Rose is going to be so angry at me for letting her do that.
Wonderful.
They call me wonderful. Now that is wonderful.
And Marianne,
insist.
I'd really love to talk to you about those changes. You took some notes earlier, yes?
I did, Mom. But I really hope that this time...
Excellent. Hopefully you can help us out too, Isabel.
Sure.
Isabella.
Right. It's a lovely name, Isabel.
Thanks.
It's Isabella.
You just said a few moments ago you didn't mind being called Isabel.
Yes, that's great. We'll be more than happy to put in a good word to your superiors too, and what's this?
Oh, here we go. A look of confusion and disgust appears on her face. Turning on her husband, he merely shrugs and replies.
That's, an interesting work of art. Not to my taste, though. I'm sorry.
Darling, Buttercup, art is a complete overstatement for this garbage. It looks like a cheap prop from a D-list horror film.
Indeed. I couldn't have agreed with you more, Mr. Rat.
Shush, love. Let the girl do what she pleases with, what do they call this?
A warning letter?
Oh, forget about it. At the very least, it's not as dreadful as the one art exhibit I was forced to attend last month.
You could say it's ominous at the very least.
You should have seen it, Marianne. Even you would have been appalled. But I'm sure you'll know what to do with our walls once we get started.
Okay, so that's 3 people. That's 2 more people to go.
I highly doubt it is as bad as you say, Mom. Nevertheless, you can be assured that my team will only pick whatever suits your tastes. Nothing of this chain letter sort, of course. It has to always work with a palette.
I'm quite sure chain letters these days don't come in this form.
It's my turn to be puzzled. What do you mean? Rose and I double-checked everything, yeah, including the ghost. Are the papers I handed out enough? I want to ask what I did wrong. I don't want to mess this up. But the way Mams Anna's leading the conversation, I'm afraid that's exactly what will happen if I do interrupt her.
That's good to hear.
Good to have a smile on that face.
See, darling, isn't she an absolute delight to work with? I can't wait to see how this place will look when she's done with it.
Yeah, God bless that place. Yeah.
Oh, you don't have to tell me that, Buttercup.
Yeah, God bless this place and God save us from this place. Yeah. A smile is back on her face when she turns to me and hands me a strange piece of paper. Yeah.
I would still put it away if I were you, though. Otherwise, people might get the wrong impression. Anyway, as I was saying...
I don't hear the rest of what she says after that. I can only stare down at the paper, at the letter in my hands. The side crinkles as I grip, and breathing grows labored. Dread quickly fills my mind. I guess I'm doing a cheap Vincent Price now.
Isabella? Isabella? Are you alright?
No, I'm not. No, I'm doing a Severus Snape.
You're
Alan
looking
Rickman.
pale.
I didn't even notice when Rose's group joined us in the parlor. Oh, good, more company, thank God. I want nothing more to say than, no, I'm alright. I want to leave this place. Here's a letter. I've showed it to 5 people. Bye! Because I remember everything as clear as day. This letter and these blood-soaked limbs in the attic. It's real.
The letter. I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Careless. I've been so careless. How do I even tell them without looking like I've gone mad? I'm showing that flipping letter. It's good to be honest. No lies. Your conscience hates it when you lie. You gotta tell the truth. You say it as it is. Count your blessings. Honesty is one of them. I blurted out before I could even think twice what I'm going to say.
Rose, we need to get out of here. This place is cursed.
Rose casts a nervous glance at the people in the room. Most are still engaged in a conversation with their peers, but these curious enough to turn their heads in the group's direction have been given her trademark saleswoman smile. A tight expression is on her face when she pulls me aside.
Isabella, we've already had a conversation about this weeks ago. Those are just stories.
Then how do you explain this?
And I'm telling you that it's not. I saw something in there. It's not human at all.
I mean, it used to be before it became a ghost.
I thought it was just nothing, but isn't this letter proof enough?
She gently reaches out to pluck the paper off my hand. Without even taking a glance, she folds it back and neatly.
Look, I'm really getting worried about you. I know you want to see this open house through, but your condition is more important.
Yeah, so let's leave.
Give me a few minutes to wrap things up here, and I'll drive you to the nearest hospital.
Thank you. A hospital would be brilliant.
No! You don't understand! There isn't a condition, Rose. No concussion at all. I'm fine.
Aside from the bump on the head, I'm fine. To quote Sherlock Holmes, yes, Rose, I am afraid, and I am thinking straight.
But this place isn't, and you're being stubborn about it.
Stubbornness. That's a no-no. Before Rose could open her mouth to retort, a hand lays on both of our shoulders, pulling the two of us distant closer.
Now, ladies, what seems to be the problem here?
A ghost is haunting the place!
Nothing, sir. I just had to clarify a few things with my colleague.
Sure you did.
Well, it certainly seems intense. A smile fits the two of you better, in my opinion.
Sure.
Especially darling little Lily here.
Darling little Lily here. You sound so villainous here. He gives my shoulder a gentle squeeze, while an inscrutable smile spreads across his face.
It's Isabella, sir.
Of course. But my point still stands. And with two beautiful ladies here, I'm sure.
And I'm sure little Lily here would certainly appreciate it if you remove your pretty hands from her, darling.
We're all this together once we show the tour of haunted mansions. And then pressure of my shoulder lifts and blah 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 blah.
I think I need to step out for a while. I'll be back.
I'm going to Hawaii. Bye! Bye, my head. I mutter a quick apology and gather my stuff to make a quick exit. Doesn't matter if this place is haunted or not. I've caused trouble, and Rose can be quite forgiving of behavior like this. I'm also at the door when she catches up to me.
Isabella, wait!
Your apprehension must have been quite obvious to my face, because her expression instantly shifts to something gentler. Eyes softer, a fond smile spreading in her lips.
Hey, I'm not angry.
Oh, thanks, Rose.
I know. I'm sorry I ruined this for you.
Come on, you didn't ruin anything. It's not like we haven't ran into any problems before. If we don't get a deal today, we can always try on a different day.
Fair enough.
And look.
She hesitates, completely trailing off, before shifting her gaze down her hands. A small gesture to stall. Her fingers are fiddling with a piece of folded paper. It's that stupid letter again. My hands stiffen when she gives it back, but I take it nevertheless. More as an automatic response than any desire to have it back. I throw it away if I can. I mean, you showed it to 4 people, you might as well show it to 1 more. But I have this nagging or you could show it to the other people. Anyway, I have this nagging feeling that one way or another, I'll find its way back to me, regardless of what I do about it.
Rose, this is... You have to let them know about...
I know you want us to get this sale so badly. And we've made a lot of plans on how to go about this.
You had to pick the haunted mansion. You see, ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens when you pick a haunted mansion for a sale potential.
I mean, who wouldn't? This is the first time I've been assigned to a property like this.
Sure.
I've sold plenty of houses before, but nothing like what we have here. It's a beautiful house. I'd love to get one of my own if I ever win the lottery.
Sure.
But I think... Look, here's the thing, Isabella. If we are going to do this, work on something, I don't know, this big, I need you in top shape. And the way you are now...
My mind stops.
What? Wait. No, I can still work. I just need to get myself together.
I'm being honest, I can still work.
That's what you said earlier. I let it go because I thought, hey, it's your own body and you should know more than anyone how you feel. But after this, I really think you should take a break.
Your body needs rest. Your soul may be more enduring, but your body needs rest.
You're kicking me out?
It's for the greater good, darling.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Look, all I'm asking is for you to take a seat somewhere I can see you, and let me handle this for now.
Well, me?
You're clearly not yourself, and I honestly could use some time not worrying when you'll fall over or not. The day's not even over, and I'm already feeling the stress.
I'm feeling stressed too.
Please, humor me just this once.
Where's... Yes, I will humor you. What kind of vehicle do they have at the retirement home? An old Volkswagen. Bam, bam! She claps her hands together in front of her eyes, pleading for understanding. And I do understand. I really do. To some extent. That doesn't mean I'll feel less awful. Either that myself, an unlucky turn the situation has taken, or for her, I don't really know.
I promise I'll give you a full report of what happens after. I'll even let you take the lead tomorrow.
Yeah, we're gonna lead right to Hawaii!
Fine. Okay. I'll step aside for now.
You're upset.
A little, yeah, obviously.
Like, whatever.
If it's any consolation, I won't tell the boss about today. You know how he is.
Please don't. I don't want a repeat of the lecture I got during my first assignment. He called me a noob, and I don't even know what that means.
A noob is basically someone who's a beginner at something and something who is rubbish at that sort of thing. At the memory, we both burst into helpless giggles, earning us strange looks from the guests milling about the door. Talking and laughing like this, it's easy to forget any mishaps have happened. Little things you learn to appreciate, I guess, like being called a noob.
So, are we good?
Yeah, we sure are good. Noob. I'm still not okay with it, but Rose has a point. It's better for me to step out of this one for now.
I won't be able to help you anyways if I keep getting distracted like this. Maybe I'll just take a walk outside or something while I wait for you to wrap things up.
Please, just stay put. I insist.
I'm not an invalid, Rose.
You clearly have not seen how you looked earlier.
It's not that bad.
Color hasn't even returned to your cheeks yet. Just stay here, all right? Don't even think of going anywhere.
I could say the same to you. Are you usually kind of pale?
Let me finish what I'm doing here, and then I'll take you back to Luxembourg myself to have that minor bump checked.
Yes, anywhere but here.
At least wait for me to call someone who'll fetch you, okay?
Okay. Okay. She's gone before I can voice one word of complaint. With nothing else to do, I find myself drifting back to the foyer. Few visitors linger in the area, some merely enjoying the afternoon sunlight, streaming through the stained glass windows. Others can be seen admiring the place's antiques, decorating the room. One group of elderly is gathered some ways across me, and occupied in friendly banter, blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Roses blah blah blah. I do need a break, blah blah blah. Speaking of which, I should call Ash. Hey Ashhole, I need to talk to you. Have you forgotten this terrible Wi-Fi here? Free prayers, that's for certain they find the connection.
Shit! What's up, I'm Ash from Deluxe City. Baggers, watch out, can't beat me. Looking for trouble? Better not lie. I'm a cool dude, pretty fly for an Asian guy. Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe City. Baggers, watch out, can't beat me. Looking for trouble? Better not lie. I'm a cool dude, pretty fly for an Asian guy. Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe
Shit, how loud is this thing even?
Baggers, watch out, can't beat me. Looking for trouble? Better not lie. I'm a cool dude, pretty fly for an Asian guy. Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe City. Baggers, watch out, can't beat me. Looking for trouble? Better not lie. I'm a cool dude.
Of all the times to...
For an Asian
Oh, hi,
guy.
Ash.
Ashton Frey!
Okay, his name's not Ashhole. Thank God for that, indeed. Hey, Ash. What happens next is something I'll surely regret later for not having recorded.
Ah!
He jumps, letting out an undignified yelp, followed by his phone slipping out of his grip. He bounces one hard, then a poor attempt to catch it before ultimately falling flat with a resounding clack. I feel kind of sorry for the phone. About time you got off the phone, dude. And the floor. Alright, laddie. There's more out there than just phones, okay? Dang, his stupid detective senses. I'll take every ounce of victory I can get, no matter how small. Haha! An awkward pause passes between us. A blink. He makes a face. And then, in a too quick motion, he ducks and retrieves his abused gadget with a grin threatens to break out from my lips. He doesn't meet my eyes when he straightens, but a flush has crept up his neck and cheeks. In another universe, where we would have known each other for 5 years and suffering through his teasing isn't a day-to-day occurrence, chances are I'd probably find that adorable. Endearing, even. Meanwhile, in a parallel universe, two of them get married. Unfortunately, this isn't that kind of world. The way things are, I'm already content to see him with his obnoxiously calm and collected disposition.
Hello to you too, scaredy cat. I could stand to be greeted like a normal person, you know.
Mr. Marshall.
What? And miss that look on your face? No way.
Wouldn't miss it for the world.
Oh man, I should have taken a picture.
I am so honored you find this funny. Is that how you treat your guests? I think I need to talk to your supervisor.
Indeed. And with that, I think we should probably end this episode. Yeah. So, there's been more spooky goings on, and we finally met our good buddy Ash. So, thank you all so much for watching, as always, and thank you once again for watching this. So bear with me, we're gonna get through this one bit at a time. God help us all, we're gonna get through the letter, okay? We'll get through this. ScotsMaiar signing out.